Want to master checkboxes in spreadsheets like a pro? Whether you're managing a to-do list, tracking tasks, or setting up an interactive form, checkboxes make everything simpler and more organized. But what if I told you there's a way to add them in seconds? That's exactly what I'll show you in today's video. We'll learn the fastest method to insert, customize, and automate checkboxes with zero hassle. Now, creating the checkboxes is really easy. All you need to do is select your cells, or maybe here in this sample, we're going to select one cell, go to Insert, and click Checkbox, and there's your checkbox. One thing you'll notice is if it's not checked, it indicates false. If it's checked, it indicates true. So let's put some other ones in here, and let's see what happens, right? So we have our other checkboxes. This one's true, this one's true. If you want to select all of it, what we can do is just press the space bar. It's a toggle. Space bar is pressed once, on, everything's true. And this is a good way to do it if you have a lot of them that are true and you just want to select maybe one or two of them. One thing we can do to make this a lot easier if we have other things that we wanted to add down here is to create this and put it into a table. So let's remove our checkboxes. Let's just press the delete key to remove our text boxes and make this into a table. So we go to Insert, Table, turns it into a table. My table does have headers. Click OK. And let's say that I make these all checkboxes. Go to Insert, Checkbox, and these are my checkboxes here. But if I wanted to add other things in here, add another set of rows in here, go down here, Control V to paste. I put other things there. Look, the checkboxes are there. I don't have to go insert checkboxes again. So we can do checkboxes like that. Now, one thing we can do with checkboxes is maybe after we do something, we want to have that cross out, and that's going to be conditional formatting. Let me press the space bar to toggle this. And what I'm going to do is select my cell here. And once I select my cell, starting from A2 to A13, we're going to have it where we're going to do conditional formatting, go under Home, go to Conditional Formatting, New Rule. And for New Rule, we're going to use Formula to determine which cells to format. We're going to do B, because we want to stay in column B. But the 2, we don't need to have a $sign. You notice a $sign in front of the B. This basically means that when the formula goes and looks at things and goes from row to row, it's going to look at B3, B4, B5, and it's just going to keep it in column B. The $sign keeps it in column B. And we have started out our formatting in column A2. You can see A2 is starting out. So as it goes down the list, it's going to do that conditional formatting. So what kind of formatting again? Click on Format, have that strike through, click OK, and as I select it, that's done. That's done. That's done. Let's make up some other things. Go here, press Tab. I don't know. Say goodnight to plants. All right, that's another chore. Let's say goodnight to our plants. You see there is a checkbox there. If I click on that, the strike through is in effect. So that's one way we can use checkboxes and conditional formatting. Kind of neat. Let's go to another example. And our other example, let's say we have some sales data for some regions, and we want to create a chart out of this. Select everything here. Go to Insert. Let's find the combination chart. I think it's under here. Let's see. No, let's see more column charts. Let's look for that. Oh, here. We have it on our combo chart here. So I want my Americas, Europe, and Asia. Those are going to be the column chart. And the line charts are going to be target and average. Let's see if it picked it up. Hey, Excel was smart enough to pick that up. Let's go with that one. Click OK. It's going to have my chart here. And I want to have it where I select the check boxes for either target and average, and those show up or don't show up. So let's go and put the check boxes in front. So I will type the target here, and then I'll put average here, right? Average. And the checkboxes again, I'll just go to Insert, Checkbox. So right now it's not doing anything, but let's make it do some stuff. Here, this is where we have to use an if condition. Here I'm going to put in if, open parentheses. If that's true, then keep its value, 18,000. If it's false, put a comma here. Right now, if it's false, then let's put NA. If we put a blank, well, let's try that. If we put a blank, we'll just do double quotes, it's going to still have that value down there. And also, I want to copy this formula over. So I'm going to select this and press the F4 key, function F4 key or function 4. And that's going to put the dollar signs in front of the letter and the number, because when I copy it over, it will always stay I1, which is this one, I1. Press enter. It's gone, right? Because I didn't select it. Select that. So that's there, right? Let's see if it works for everything else when I copy it over. Just bring the fill handle over here, and that copies the formula over, right? So we have it copied over here. It shows up, but now it's blank. So if I click on target, everything's going to show back up. And you saw that that line still shows up. See how it still shows up? What we need to do is, instead of blank, let's put in NA. There's one way to do it, is just put in NA, and the NA function basically says it's non-applicable, or you see those hash n/a. When you get errors in your cells, that's basically what it's providing you. It's providing you that NA. It's not really an error in this case. Press Control Enter, and you see that NA there. Let me bring it over, and it's gone. You see it's gone here? Now it's back. But that line that was no longer at 0 is just gone. So that's one way that we can do it. Let's do the same thing over here. Let's do if equals if this value, I2, put a comma there, and let's do a function 4 or F4. If that value is true, then we want to have the value. If it's false, see it's bolded here, we're still in that true one. So if it's false, we're going to have NA. Same thing we had earlier. NA, close parentheses, press Control Enter to stay in that cell. You can see NA shows up here. Bring it over here, drag the fill hand over there, and it's gone. So if I click on target, target shows up. Deselect that, click on average. Average is going to show up here. And I think the average is not right. Let's make that average a function. Let's turn this into a real average function. It made everything 21,000. So let's take that, average A, average E, pick average here. My average is these cells, close parentheses. Let's also make these 3 columns, 2, 3, 4. Put the dollar sign in front of the 2. Just press the F4 key a couple times so it stays with the 2. I should have just selected the whole thing instead of having to do it twice here. So I just press F4 and make sure the dollar signs are in front of the numbers. So when I copy it over, it'll move, but your columns will change. B will go to C and D, etc. Press Control Enter. In actuality, I don't really need to do that, but I like to keep proper hygiene for Excel. Let's move the fill handle over there to the other areas, and we've got that. Well, let's test it out. This one is average, it's selected, and now we've got our averages here. So if I select this, that should be the average, right? 13,399. We can see we've got our settings down here, 13,399. That's it. So this is kind of annoying maybe when you see these NAs. You don't want to see these NAs. We can still do conditional formatting. So what I can do is I can select this, go to Home, go to Conditional Formatting. Let's make a new rule. New rule. And what I'm going to say here, do another formula, is say if I don't need to put if, I should just say equals target. So that's false, meaning it's not checked, right? I1, let's make I1, let's just put that in dollar signs. If that equals false, not fouls, if that equals false, so that's false, meaning if that is unchecked, let's change it. Let's do some formatting and not Strikethrough, but we're going to change the color and we're going to turn the color white. So it just is like white, like any other cell, but there's still stuff in there. Click OK, and now it's gone. But if I check that, it shows up. Uncheck it, it disappears, but there's still stuff in here, right? So now you got this checkbox not only affecting the chart, but it affects this small range. Let's do the same thing for here. So select my values here, my first value here, go to Conditional Formatting, New Rule. And here in this case, it's going to say equal this cell, I2. If I2, let's do F4, equals false, do the same thing, format it to white color cell. So the color is going to be white. Click OK, and now it disappeared, right? Check that, that's true now. Well, it's not false anymore, so that shows up. Same thing with target, shows up. And you can see the chart here shows up too. So that's where we can incorporate checkboxes, not only with charts, but within their table itself. And that's it. Now you can add checkboxes effortlessly and boost your workflow in just a few clicks. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another sheet trick. Let me know in the comments what spreadsheet features you'd want to master next. And if this tutorial helped, don't forget to drop a like and share it with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.